So, as you know, I'm the ambassador for Magimix Australia. Very proud ambassador because this is actually a brand that I grew up with. And to be involved with this amazing organization is quite special. So tonight we're going to cook 3-course meal. It's a Christmas menu and quite simple. So I'm going to do it within an hour. Hopefully everything's going to work. And if it doesn't work, I will tell you what to do. But we're going to do a ceviche of ocean trout. You can do a ceviche of salmon. You can do a ceviche of kingfish. Everything I'm going to tell you tonight is ideas, and you do what you want to do, okay? So we do a ceviche which got lemon, lime, oranges, olive oil, herbs. I'm going to serve that on a croton with a little salad. So it's nice and light, very summery. And then we're going to move on to a chicken roulade or chicken stuff. I'm going to do a stuffing, a very nice, simple, clean, easy to put together stuffing. Put the chicken and we're going to steam it, and I'm going to do a nice quinoa salad to go with it. And then the dessert, we're going to do a summerberry pudding or Christmas pudding, but it's a summerberry pudding. And again, simple. We're going to steam it. So here we're going to use a cook expert to do the mix, and then we're going to use a cook expert to steam the pudding. So you're going to see these appliances here is 14 different appliances into one unit. Insane, okay? Not mentioning the crockery and so on. We're not cooking, we're just using the cook expert, all right? So I'm going to start here. So I'm just going to use a cook expert bowl, and here I've got some self-raising flour, but I put a whisk here already, just inside. Okay, I've got some frozen berries. Okay, and then I'm going to put some sugar. So again, cooking is all about being organized, yeah? If you're organized, you're laughing. If you're not organized, you're suffering. I got some honey. Okay, and then I'm going to put melting butter. Some cream. I wouldn't be French if I didn't put cream or butter. As we say, le beurre c'est la vie. And whole eggs. And I'm going to use the program 1 minute, cook expert, speed free, and just to blend everything. Okay, for 30 seconds. And then once the 30 seconds pass, I'm just going to put some walnuts inside and finish it off. Make sure you got your spatula, which is a Magimix spatula to help you to go around. So it's not complicated.
Would you be able to use other combinations of fruit?
Yeah, so you could use like a pear. I'm a big fan of pear. I used to represent the pear industry back in the days. Pear, what's exciting about the pear is the only fruit you can't be allergic to. So it's why we always use pear fruit, poached pear fruit for babies, because it's impossible to be allergic. So yeah, I'm just going to stop it. And have a look here, if you can, Meg. Look at the mix. You know, it's already nicely blended. I'm just going to make sure everything's been combined. I put my nuts. So here I've got walnuts. I love walnuts. Goes very well with a pudding. Or you could use some hazelnut. You could use some anything that you want to use, okay? And I'm just going to finish it. So why I start with that is because it's going to take 45 minutes to steam. And while that's steaming, then I'm going to move on to the next course, okay? Remember, you organize, perfect. If you're not organized, it's hard. How long to go, Meg? I can't see. Done. Okay, again, for safety, as soon as the motor stops, you can't have any accident. So I'm just going to take it off. And I'm just going to take my little mold here. I got some muffin mold, but I just put some greaseproof paper. Okay. Okay, so now don't want to make it too big either, because remember you have 3-course meal to go through, and it can be quite heavy.
Why are you tapping it, David?
Just to take away all the bubble inside, to make sure it's nice and firm, and it's going to cook very well, evenly together. So you can take actually, it will be much better to do that. and it's going to cook for 45 minutes. So I got 45 minutes to do the next 2 courses. Okay. Okay, and the last one. Okay. So it's not hard. And if you have only one kind of frozen berry, so be it. Here I've got mixed berry, I've got blueberry, raspberry, strawberry. But again, anything you got in your freezer is fine, okay? And that's it, I've got my little berry mix. Finish. Now I'm going to use another, I'm lucky I've got a couple of them here. Thanks, mate, for organizing it. I'm just going to put half liter of cold water. Always start with cold water. Okay. I'm going to put the steamer. I'm going to put this little one here. Up, block it. Put on the steamer. Down, and I'm going to steam it for 45 minutes. I'm just going to put my glasses because I can't see. So here, as you can see, you got the experts. Go there, blend, baking. Up. No. Simmering and steam. And I'm going to put it on 40. 45 minutes. Done. Okay, so we're just going to leave it there, and then we're going to move to the next recipe. Any question, do you think? Do you think it's quite straightforward? What do you think?
I think it is. If you don't have a second bowl, it's very easy to clean the Magimix.
So you get your bowl, you put half liter of water, little bit of detergent, and then you put in a rinsing program, and it cleans perfectly.
Voila.
Which is incredible, yeah? Makes chef's life so much easier. Okay, now the next part is going to be the chicken. So this is interesting because it's very French in terms of techniques, but it's not as complicated as it seems to be. So first we're going to do the stuffing. Again, I'm lucky I've got a couple of machines tonight. Food processor. Do you remember how we can swap? This is the same machine, food processor, and we can swap to the cook expert. Remember, 14 appliances into one, okay? So here I'm just going to put, quite simple, all the ingredients. I've got some oat bread. Here I've got some sourdough bread. I'm going to put some walnuts. Hazelnut, sorry. Okay, a little bit of salt. Some lemon rind, parsley, and I'm just going to blend it, really. You can't tell me it's complicated here. And I'm going to pulse it. So interestingly enough, the motor actually is going to work through whatever is inside with the power is needed. Most of the machine just go and sometimes the motor burn. That will not burn because it knows what force is going to go through, okay? It's crazy. The motor is warranty for 30 years. There is no appliances that warranty machinery or a unit like that for 30 years. Okay? And then I'm just going to incorporate a lightly beaten egg.
David, if you wanted to make it really Christmassy, you could use chestnuts instead of...
You could use chestnut, yes. So here you see again, security, it won't work until you put the lid on, okay, which is really frustrating for a chef. But it's safety first, okay? Magimix is going to kill me in France. So if I do that up, straight away stop, and I'm just going to check it. You know, it's nice and moist. You don't want it to be too dry. Okay, I'm just going to blend it a little bit longer. Oh, done. Okay, and you got your stuffing ready to go. So you could put, if you really want it to be even more moist, you could put a little bit, one more eggs or even a little bit of olive oil to really bind it properly, okay? So here I've got my stuffing. It smells nice, it's tasty. And I'm going to do the chicken. So here I've got chicken thighs, okay? But I already use a hammer to flat it up, okay? Here I could have put the sage either into the food processor. Here I'm just going to do a little bit of a twist. You know, you do whatever you want, but I'm just going to put it there. So you actually can see the color, but also the flavor. I got some beautiful thyme here. I got some lemon thyme. And I'm going to...
Do you think you'd be able to use turkey in this recipe as well?
Turkey will be much bigger bird, obviously, so quite... difficult, but yeah, you could, I'm sure. You just use a turkey breast. So yeah, I'm just going to put some pepper. And then I'm just going to put don't put too much because otherwise it's going to be quite dry. Okay. And then, but if you don't use all your stuffing, you just can keep it in the fridge. Okay. And I'm just going to roll it. Okay. And then I'm just going to use some Glad wrap. Oh, the washing is finished. Multi-skill. And then I'm just going to roll it. But put a little bit of pressure. Okay. Cut it. And then you just... And you got your little chicken roulade ready to go. It's not hard. It sounds like, oh my God, but if you got everything in front of you, it's easy to put together, okay? Just gonna wash my hands. So now the pudding is cooking, the chicken is ready, and here what we're gonna do is we're gonna swap from the food processor to the cook expert. So I just take off the base, which is pretty cool. Get the food processor away and put the cook expert. Here I'm going to put my 3 little chicken. Okay. I'm going to put some cold water again. Any question, Meg? Needs a lid, very good. That's what Meg's looking. I'm going to put the quinoa. Okay. And just put the steamer here. And as soon as Camilla finished to clean the lid, lucky I've got my own entourage. Thank you, Camilla. That's all right, because we're using for steam, so it's not like it's cooking. Thank you. Megan forgot to bring the spare lid, so that's why. But that's okay.
So David, you could probably prepare the chicken the day before, is that right?
100%, yes.
Just keep it in the fridge until you're ready to cook with it.
Yes, and then I'm just going to put now the steam. It's not closed. That's a new machine, so...
And someone's asking, would you be able to freeze the stuffing?
You could. You might, once it's defrosted, you may have to combine more egg or maybe a little bit of oil to actually, because it might dry up, it might crystallize a bit. Yes. But yes, you could, yes, definitely. Cooking, cook expert. Okay, no, sorry. I go to food processor, baking, blender, cooking, and then I go to steam. That's it. So imagine you got so many applications. You got steam, stir fry, and then I'm just going to okay it. I'm going to do it for 12 minutes, auto, and that's it. So now we're going to we're actually simmering or cooking the quinoa. We got the chicken on the top that's going to cook through the steam. You got the pudding ready, so lots going on here. In the meantime, I'm going to show you what's going to go into the salad. So I've got some little macro baby herbs, some cherry tomatoes for the garnishes. I got some green shallots. Okay. I got some pepitas, but if you don't have any, you can use some pumpkin seed. Remember, we are chefs are really make things complicated. Okay. We just want some dry cranberry. If you don't have any, and you got some dry blueberry or dry whatever, if you got some dry apricots, why not? Nobody said you can't use it. Okay. And then I've got some parsley and some chives. Give you a bit of a from the onion family. Nice little flavor here. And then obviously I'm going to use one of my products, which is a lemon dressing. You don't have it, use a nice olive oil, fresh lemon, whole lemon, and you just salt and pepper, and you just dress your salad. So this salad with the quinoa could be just a simple vegetarian salad. Here we're making this salad. I'm going to put the chicken ballotine or the stuffed chicken, slice it, put it on the quinoa, and do a nice garnish on the top. It's no cream, it's no butter. It's not French, really. No, it's made by a Frenchman, but it's simple and tasty. Okay? So now we got that's going, and we're going to the ceviche. Yes. Oh my God, the pressure. In the meantime, I'm sure Camila's going to help me to put everything away. And I'm going to have a little bit with my wine here. Are we doing well for times? Yes?
Yes.
Meg is not talking tonight.
On that note, what are you actually drinking tonight?
I said earlier on, I don't know if everyone was there yet, but I'm drinking a beautiful Pinot Noir Bourgogne 2019. Fruity, cherries, raspberry, quite not short, it's quite long, so you're really enjoying it. It will go well for all the meal tonight. If it's really, really hot weather, then I will start with a nice Chardonnay and then move on to the Pinot to go to the chicken. But you don't want a strong wine with the chicken, otherwise it will overpower. So here we're doing a ceviche. Doing a bit of research. Ceviche is South American, from Peru. Here I'm using ocean trout, which is a fresh trout fillet. Diced. If you don't have trout and it's too expensive, you can use salmon, you can use kingfish, you can use a tuna. Ceviche really is like a raw fish marinated or quickly marinated with some citrus. Okay. Here the citrus we're using is I'm using all of them. Again, if you have only lemon, so be it. Okay. But I'm using lemon, I'm using lime, I'm using oranges, and then I'm going to do the base of the ceviche. So this base here can be done far in advance. Take what you need, get your fish on a day, and then just marinate it for 20 minutes, half an hour maximum. We don't go any further because obviously the citrus is going to cook the fish. Seafood, when you buy seafood on a Thursday, Friday morning, Saturday morning. Sunday is Saturday's fish. Monday is leftover of Friday fish. If Monday is a public holiday, Tuesday morning is the leftover of Friday fish. So unless you know where you buy your seafood, always buy it on a Thursday or Friday or Saturday mornings. You know that it's going to be as fresh as possible. Okay? So I'm going to put that together now. I'm using Le Mini. Le Mini is a small variation of the food processor there that we had before when I did the stuffing. It's petite, it's compact, it's so French. My daughter got one. She even got, I think she got a pink one. Can you show the pink one here, Megan? Yeah, look. She's got a nice pink Le Mini. That's for my daughter. She does all her juices, all her smoothies, all her blending nuts to do her little muesli bar. That's what she's using. She's a lucky one. Okay, so I'm going to do I would say the paste, but really is a mix. So you always start with your hard or ingredients, okay? So I've got some shallots here. If you don't have shallot, you can use Spanish onion. If you don't have Spanish onion, you can use some onions. Remember, only guideline. I got some fresh chili, some lemon, lime, and orange rind, okay? I've got some coriander. And I put everything, the corn, I put the leaf and the root, okay? Everything goes there. And then I'm just going to put the olive oil. And I'm going to start blending and adding the olive oil after. Look at that. Up. So Magimix is still manufactured in France. It's not outsourced from any other country. The blade is from France, and the blade is well renowned as a blade for knives. So again, it's just solid equipment. Just put a little bit to make it smoother. And I'm going to show you now. Again, up, as soon as you turn it, it can't work anymore. Turn it. Have a smell, Meg. Smell it, smell it. It's beautiful. Wow. So this here, you could use it just to marinate a piece of fish. You could use it to stir fry some prawns and then put a spoon of this mix inside, and you give you a nice citrusy, chili flavor. This, it could be done like 2 or 3 times the amount, and you keep it in the fridge, cover with some olive oil, and every time you use something, you cook something, you can use that as a base, so you don't have to do all this setup every time, okay? All right, now I've got the trout. Okay, and I'm going to use the base. You know, again, with the Magimix spatula, you can go around, which usually you can't never get everything, and you got a lot of wastage, okay? Wastage. Look at that. For a chef, nothing left, okay? And then I'm just going to mix it nicely, gently, and just fold it, like if you were folding some whipped cream or folding a souffle. And then you leave it like that. Room temperature for 20 minutes, and it's perfect. I'm just going to season it a little bit.
So this is traditionally a French dish?
No, that's South American. It's very, we just take ownership of it. no, we didn't take ownership. But you know, it's like a tartare. You know, just except here we're putting some citrus, which we don't put with a beef. You know.
And you mentioned before that you could use different fish, so you could probably use tuna, fish.
Yeah, definitely tuna would be amazing, but again, it's quite an expensive ingredient to use. I'm just going to try. You know what we could do? You could do a little bit more of lemon.
What are you doing with the lemon, David?
Well, just massaging it like a tennis ball. Like now, when I'm going to cut it in half, the juice is just going to burst, and I'm not going to be like a crazy guy trying to squeeze it, okay? So I'm just going to cut it in half. Put a little bit of lemon. You may not want it. I just want a bit more sharpness, okay? That's my taste. But again, test your food. A lot of chefs, a lot of people at home don't test it, okay? You got to test it, and then before you put it in a plate, would I eat it? Would I put more salt? You know, trust your guts, trust your palate. You know better. Megan was drinking the wine before, Meg, and she said, "Oh, I think the wine tastes like cherry." Don't think. You know. You trust your guts. It was tastes like cherry. Okay. So here I've got my ceviche ready. So here you can do different things here. What I did is I did little crouton, little bit of olive oil, little bit of salt, and that could be a nice little starter for canapé. Okay. You know, sometimes you want a little starter. You don't want to start with a cheese platter. You don't want to start with things that's going to stuff you up and you can't eat anything. You want to start with ingredient that's going to open your appetite. So if you have a couple of them, I can tell you, wow, you're ready to get stuck into it. So here I'm using baguette, but you could use little crackers. You could use brioche. Sky's the limit. And here I'm just going to use a ring. and build my dish.
So that's just a different way of serving.
Yeah, that's like you have a dinner party for 4, you know. I'm just gonna, okay. I'm gonna do a little salad. Here I've got some baby coriander. Again, it's a luxury, okay? If you have some, great. If you don't have some, don't run around Sydney to get this baby coriander, okay? But again, it's very delicate. No, I'm just going to put a little bit of the juice of the citrus I had before. Little bit of a famous lemon dressing again, sorry about that. And then you got your salad ready to go, okay? And I put some radish. So the radish is going to give you a little bit of a texture, okay? And I'll just take my ring off. And you got a very nice ocean trout ceviche. I'm going to show you closer. I'm going to raise my cloth here. Okay. It's nice, simple, tasty. You get some croton next to it, and you just eat it as an entree. And you got the perfect starter for a beautiful dinner party. Any question, guys?
No, there's lots of people saying that it's a lovely light starter, which is true. You can either have it as an entree or a canapé.
Yeah, and remember, you got 2 courses to go. So if you get stuff on the first one, then you're gone, and then you finish your meal and I ate so much. Or, you know, French people, we always have a 3-course meal, but also we always have a salad, always. And the salad helps you to digest. So you have your main course, have a salad, and then once you have your salad, then you're ready to keep going, okay?
And there's a few people that don't like coriander. So would you be able to replace it with perhaps some mint or a Vietnamese mint?
You could, or you could do some basil, Thai basil. You could use just some chives, really. Most of the time when you do dishes like that, don't tell everybody what's inside, because it's more in the head than really in the palate. Some people are allergic, you can't ignore that, but really some of this flavor, yeah, what's dominant is a trout, what's dominant is a citrus juice. So coriander is just an add-on, and it's colorful and it's fresh, okay, but don't overthink. Come on, have a try, Camilla.
Okay, thank you. And David, there's a few questions about the fruit that has been dotted around the plate.
Yep.
Is that just citrus wedges?
Yep. Exactly, from the same fruit. So what I did is, I don't want to waste it. So I did some segment of orange, segment some lemon and lime, and I just do it as a citrus. Remember, it's going to be 40 degrees, it's summertime, it's Christmas. Obviously, this year has been a shocker, but you want to be, you want to eat something that is refreshing. Oh, wow. You got the sharpness, you got the citrus, it's cool.
And David, you have a very beautiful kitchen.
Thank you.
There's a few people that are asking what your favorite part of the kitchen is.
This part here. Can you see it, Meg? This is a beautiful stand, pot stand, that is 300 years old from South Africa. From my father-in-law gave it to my wife and I as a gift. And the most thing that are on it is a lot of Le Creuset. I'm not an ambassador of Le Creuset. I don't get paid by Le Creuset, but I'm in love with Le Creuset because it's a statement. It's forever. Like this one here. Look at this one. That's the original pot of Le Creuset. You do your little casserole, your little soup. It's a number 22. When they turn 90 years old, Le Creuset, that's number 22. 90 pots were produced. Massively in love with it. And it's forever. So that's what I give when people get married and I'm invited to the wedding. I give them a Le Creuset pot. It's pretty cool, yeah? What else do you want to know about my kitchen? I've got my little oil dispenser. I've got everything have to be square. Have to be tidy, all Le Creuset pot and things. I'm mad. Do you know what's here, Meg? Are you ready? That's my spice cabinets. So all the spices. Oh, wait, I think there is more. Yep, there is more. So you got your cinnamon stick, your star anise, your grill, your mignonette, your dried lemon. The favorite one is this one, the masala. I wouldn't know what was masala until I married my wife and I met my mother-in-law. Probably one of the best spices to cook curry, but to marinate, to stir fry. It's a beautiful, beautiful spices. Turmeric, because your little blender, everything is there. Pretty cool?
And as a chef, David,
yes.
Tell us what excites you the most about the Magimix Cook Expert. Because I know it takes some chefs a little bit of time to get used to it because it's basically cutting out preparation time.
And that was no exception. God, me, I like to cook. I like to have a flame and you want to cook and you want to stir fry and you want pan fry and suddenly you got this Magimix doing everything for you. I did a casserole, I did a bœuf bourguignon, I marinated my meat and then I put on a Magimix to cook. Slowly you can, it's induction, so you can cook slowly, it's not going to burn. You can do stir fry, soup, and then you turn it to a food processor and you can do anything, some vegetable, dice, julienne, anything. It's incredible. And I never thought I could do so many things. I've got all the cookbook from them. And I always learn every day when I open the book, oh, let's do Madeleine or let's do a Madeira cake. And you just put everything together. You can do a crème anglaise. When you do a crème anglaise, you have to be stuck in front of it and stir it because otherwise it's going to burn and it's going to curdle. You put the Magimix, put everything together, use a program, and you do the best crème anglaise. And
so much so that I hear you actually use them in your restaurant kitchen.
Yeah, I do. Don't tell anyone. I use it in Alexandria, Otley and Rose Bay. Bit of a PR, Meg. Bitton, Rose Bay, Alexandria. Yeah, I use it because it's solid stuff. Like it's not like something that's going to break after 3 or 4 use. What do you think?
I think it's great. And they have a new XX belt bowl, I hear.
So that's much bigger. I forgot the size, Meg. 1.8. 4.8, that's right. 4.8. So we won't mention the other brand, but it's much smaller and can't do half of what we do with Magimix. But we won't mention what's the name. I forgot the name of that brand. I'm very cheeky, huh? So okay, now we're going to move to. I'm just going to put that away quickly. You can still ask me a question.
There's a lot of comments on how great your spice setup is. So did you explain that your wife is South African Indian and that's where the spice comes in?
Yeah, well, first, my wife, the first time she saw me 30 years ago, she said, wow. But no, I've learned a lot from them because in France we're not exposed to lemongrass and kaffir lime and chili and turmeric and we're very traditional. It's cream sauce, butter sauce. It's a slow cooking. It's raw meat like a tartare. So for me, when I was exposed to these curries and biryani and all this South African, especially South African food and North Indian food where there's no coconut milk, and it just blew me away to be exposed to this flavor, and I'm addicted, not only to my wife, but to the food.
Is it true that before you met Sahani, you hadn't actually cooked with chili?
No. We definitely, maybe things have changed in France because I've been here for 30 years, but definitely I never had a chili before I came here. So, and my mom was an incredible cook. But we were eating quail, flambé quail, we were eating pot-au-feu, which is a slow-cooked casserole. We were eating stuffed courgette and stuffed potato, and she was taking the whole pork, taking apart and making pâté, roast, and confit. So no, chili wasn't in the picture, that's for sure.
And someone's asking, do you miss your knives when preparing dishes, or do you find the food processor more convenient?
Not only is more convenient, but it's much more precise. Like if you want to do a puree of paste or puree of spices, you can't fight this machine. It's just precision and it's consistent with chefs. We chop and sometimes might be bigger. Where here is no room for mistake. It's just going to get chopped. How are we going here with the chicken?
We've got 20 seconds to go.
That's pretty good, I must say.
And David, if people can't get their hands on our lemon dressing, your lemon dressing, what could they use instead?
Well, first it wouldn't make sense, but anyway. No, I think you just use olive. olive oil, use olive oil and lemon juice. So you could do a vinaigrette with red wine vinegar, olive oil, salt and pepper. You could do a shallots, mustard, vinegar and olive oil as a dressing. But yeah, here it's an extra virgin olive oil. You got freshly squeezed lemon juice, salt, pepper, and a few other ingredients I can't tell you. But available obviously in my stores and some other big department stores that I'm not allowed to mention. All right, so we got the chicken that should be cooked, I hope. What I'm going to do here, because I'm a chef, I can touch it and I can play with it. I'm not going to burn myself, but you know, otherwise you just wait a little bit, let it cool down. The chicken's going to relax, the juice is going to come out, and then when you slice it, it will be easier. Okay. So now I've got the. Look at that. You got the quinoa ready. Just going to get a spoon. You want to see how square it is here or no? This is not normal, yeah? Can you see? Look at that. You got your salad ready. So you can let it cool down. Obviously, for tonight, I'm going to use it. And quinoa is good for you. I'm pretty sure it's gluten-free. Okay. And then I'm just going to, look at that. Got a beautiful, beautiful salad. Little bit of lemon dressing.
And if you wanted to make this dish gluten-free, all you would have to do is replace the sourdough with some gluten-free bread, right?
Correct.
And it would be fully gluten-free.
100%. Or you could have just this salad here, like a very nice salad when it's nice and cold, and you got the crunch from the pepita, which is a, you know, you got a bit of a texture. It's the quinoa, the herb. Look at that. Now, as a French chef, I like to present it nicely, but you don't have to. Here I can use little rings. Then you got your salad in the middle. I'm going to
probably serve it on a platter too, couldn't you?
You could, so you get your whole, like the plate here, and put your chicken on the top. 100%, yes. Up. You can wait a bit just to keep cooking. Just going to wait a couple of seconds so it's relaxing. Perfect, okay. Okay. The chicken is nice and juicy, yeah? And then you just get your salad here. I'm going to get a bowl. Get a little bit of micro herb. Some salad. Dressing. I'm just going to put that on the side here. Done. Put the chicken. Done. And just put a little bit of color.
Yeah, the salad's really for a splash of
Well,
color, isn't it?
also it gives you a little bit of a nice freshness, and you got your nice chicken stuff.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit. What do you think?
You could probably eat this dish cold as well.
You could have it the next day, 100%. Yep. Yep, good point. But again, you know, there's no cream, there's no butter, there's no slow cooking. It took us 20 minutes to put that dish together. All in one, you can have a family of 5. You only need 3 chicken. Have a look at the size of it. You need 3 chicken thighs. Cut it in small pieces, and you have a meal for 5 people with a nice quinoa. If you don't like quinoa, you could use the same with a couscous salad. You could do a rice salad if you wanted to. Again, that's only guidelines and ideas.
And it's so easy. It's been done all in the one cooker.
In one pot. No flame, no cooking, no pots. I mean, obviously, it's present, yeah, because I'm fussy and I get everything ready. But, you know, you could have the salad ready on Friday already and just finish cooking the chicken on Saturday night for your dinner party.
And if you're having a dinner party, you could set that, do your entree, and then by the time you finish your entree,
yeah, eat your entree with your guests, 100%.
Fantastic.
You got the photo, Meg? Mm-hmm. Looks okay?
Really good.
Looks good? Mm-hmm. All right. How are we going with the pudding?
We have 9 minutes left.
9 minutes left. I think it will be ready before because it's quite powerful.
I wonder if any of our listeners have any questions for Chef.
Have we got many people? Well, we've got 1,200,
Yes.
1,500.
There's lots of comments about how delicious it looks.
Yes, good. That was a plan.
And
Oh yeah, I'm just going to cheat and check, okay, quickly. You see, as soon as you turn, you stop, huh? So you just got to be careful with the steam not to burn yourself. Yeah, that's beautiful. It's nice. It's going to be nice and moist. I'm just going to finish a couple of more minutes. Yeah. Again, you don't want it to be too dry. And what I'm going to do is I've got some crème anglaise that you can do on a Magimix, Cook Expert. I got a crème chantilly that you can use on a Magimix with a whisk. And all of that, Magimix develop programs on your telephone, on your apps, Magimix app, or everything is there. This is like bulletproof. Like even me, I didn't believe it because I can't do pastry. I'm a chef. In France, it's very specific trades. And when I do a Madeira cake, I love Madeira cakes. Sounds stupid, but it makes it so easy just to read the book, put everything inside, and just finish in the oven. So it's pretty cool. So here I've got crème chantilly, which is cream, sugar, and vanilla bean. Crème anglaise. So we're going to do 2 plates. My mixed berries, I got blueberry, raspberry, strawberry. If you only have 1 berries, if you only have blackberries, whatever. And I've got some micro mint here. Again, it's very fancy and very, you know, delicate, but if you don't have it, just use some proper mint. So that's cooking.
And David, you could actually, someone's just making the comment that you could have this cooking while you're eating the main. So
yeah, because you want to take time, you want to have a break. Yes, good point. And you could have a cheese before having your dessert.
Yes, absolutely. And someone else is asking, how long could you have the chicken prepared for in the Glad wrap before you cook it? You could really do it the day before, couldn't you?
2 days before.
Even 2
As long
days.
as when you bought your chicken is fresh and you prepare it and you didn't stay outside too long, just do it, put it in the fridge, and you can have it for 2-3 days in advance. When you're going to put it in the steamer, make sure it comes room temperature, and then you steam it for 20 minutes.
Okay, and another question about the puddings.
Yeah.
Someone's just made the comment that we are not covering the puddings.
No.
And that the condensation is probably dripping into it. But that is not a
It's a
problem.
very good point. You can cover it, so that's nothing wrong with that statement. I didn't purely because when I'm going to cook it now, the pudding is going to be quite solid and nothing's going to go inside. But really, if you're very particular, yes, but I'm going to put sauce on the top. It's going to be steaming, then I put the sauce on the top, it's fine. But you could definitely put some greaseproof paper on the top. That's a good question. I'm not saying the other one are not good, but that was a very good question.
Yes, and I think also the shape of the lid, the condensation slides down to the edges of the
Correct.
lid rather than dripping onto
Correct.
the pudding.
And look here, and you can touch it, you're not burning yourself, yeah?
Amazing. So we have 6 minutes to go.
Okay, I think it will be ready sooner. I'm just going to get ready here. I'm going to do just 2 plates.
You could serve it just with ice cream too. something very simple.
Yeah, yes. I mean, I like to have a sauce. I like to get stuck into a crème anglaise, I must say. But yeah, it's not the healthiest option, and it's definitely not necessarily a summer option, but it's a summer pudding. You want to have a sauce, or you want to have a crème chantilly, which is rich, and both together is just, you know, heart attack material. Don't say that to the Heart Foundation.
I don't think we're here for the Heart Foundation. Well, there's lots of people saying that they'd like more of this. So, and thank you.
I'm very busy. Let's meet
people into your home.
Yes,
as well.
let's meet in 2023. No, we do more of it. It's just, you know, that's actually my first one, live cooking with Facebook. So, you know, I've tried this recipe once, and it's a trial and error. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. You just get better. It's like everything, you know. Practice make it better. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna now. Pretty sure it will be ready. Okay, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to relax. Like everything, like the meat, even when you cook a steak, you cook your steak and you need to rest. You cook a pudding, let it rest. You wouldn't be able to eat the pudding now, it will be burning. Let it rest, let it cool down, there's no rush, okay? I'm just going to get the scissors. Again, look rosé.
And even though we've only got 3 puddings in there, you will actually be able to fit 4 into the steamer.
100%, yeah, you can put 4. With the new Cook Expert XXL, it's actually bigger. You could put 5 or 6 pudding. Also, what I would say is don't make big puddings. You know, it's why in France we do like petit four. You know, sometimes you have a main course and then we finish with petit four. When you go to Bitton and you don't want dessert, we finish with a crème brûlée. It's just enough to take you to the edge with the sweet, and you feel, wow, satisfied. Too many people, we overeat and we overindulge, and then we feel like, oh, too much, mate. Did I sound Australian? All right.
Sort of.
So yeah, I'm just gonna got the
So
crème.
you're going to show us 2 ways to serve?
Yep, I'm just gonna do a bed of it here. I take the small one. Look at that. It is nice and moist. It's a bit hot, but hey, it doesn't matter. Okay, you can either leave it like that and then do some berries around. Okay, you can put a little bit of a crème anglaise on the top if you want. You want to be like self-pouring. You get a little bit of a fresh mint. It's simple, like I know it sounds like, oh God, it's so fussy, but 1, 2, and 3. Everything is 1, 2, and 3. Chicken, quinoa, and salad. Ceviche, croton, and salad. Don't make it too complicated. That's 1, 2, 3, and you got a beautiful summer pudding here.
Wow.
Like that is nice and moist. Look at it, you can see, huh? It's not overcooked. You know, I mean, 40 minutes, it cannot, like 45 or whatever the time was, it's there, you know. We say 50 minutes, but try. You can touch it, you can see it's nice and moist. It's ready to go. And then with the walnut inside, you're gonna have this texture. It's gonna be beautiful. So here you can do a little salad here. Oops.
And that's your creme chantilly,
Yep.
which is essentially whipped cream.
Whipped cream, vanilla,
Fresh vanilla
and
in
sugar,
it.
which would be my favorite because it's so decadent. It's like pure cream that's going right here. I'm just going to try because I love it. Sorry. I could eat it just like that. Don't worry, Meg, I got one for you and I got one for Camila, okay? That's mine. You could put some icing sugar on the top. What I like about it is it's not over sweet, even though it was a honey and sugar. And it's nice, it's pleasant, it's delicate. A pudding, perception of a pudding, you think it's going to be heavy and solid, and this is not, this is steam, this is still soft. Sorry, I'm touching my finger, but that's mine, okay? But it's nice. And you got a nice.
Show the 3 dishes together.
We've just been bossed around by Maggie here telling us what to do.
Yes.
And here you got your ceviche, stuffed chicken with quinoa salad, and a beautiful berry pudding. Now, if you like it, if you love it, tell the world, share. We're going to put the video soon, isn't it, Meg? So you can do it at home. A couple of tips is be organized. So if you're going to do a menu, you do it on Monday or Tuesday, you do your shopping list on Wednesday, you do the buying on Thursday, you do the prep on Friday. So on Saturday you can sleep in, take the kids to sports. Saturday night you just have to put things together. And you feel like a rock star. Welcome to my house, welcome home, and I hope to see you again soon. Joyeux Noël, à bientôt. Je t'aime.